We have been studying together in the past several days this document that has recently been released entitled A Celebration of the Gospel, in which evangelical leaders have come together to provide a statement of unity for evangelicals on the gospel and particularly of justification by faith alone. And as I've mentioned before, the document is divided into two parts. The first part is the preamble, and the second part is more precise and specific in that it contains several affirmations and denials about the nature of the gospel. And we've looked already at the first 11 articles of affirmation and denial, and today we turn our attention to Article 12, which reads as follows. We affirm that the doctrine of the imputation, that is reckoning or counting, both of our sins to Christ and of his righteousness to us, whereby our sins are fully forgiven and we are fully accepted by God, is essential to the biblical gospel. We deny that we are justified by the righteousness of Christ infused into us, or by any righteousness that is thought to inhere within us. Of all of the articles of affirmation, this article, more than any other, states precisely and succinctly the classic difference between historic evangelical theology of the gospel and that articulated traditionally by the Roman Catholic Church. In the 16th century, after the Reformation began with the work of Luther, but prior to the convening of the Roman Catholic Ecumenical Council of Trent, in which once and for all in the 16th century the Protestant view was anathematized by the church, there was an attempt to bring the parties together, and representatives from the Reformation group and representatives from the Roman Catholic Church met at Regensburg in Germany in an attempt to bring about a compromise and reconciliation between the two parties. And for a short period of time, it seemed to be successful until it unraveled. And the point at which it unraveled, and the point at which the two sides were simply not able to come to an agreement, had to do with the question of the ultimate ground or basis for justification. On what grounds will God declare a person to be just in his sight? And the dispute focused attention on two words. On the first place, there was the word imputation, which was the favorite word of the evangelicals, and the Roman Catholic Church insisted on the word infusion. Now, what's the difference? Well, again, let me preface this by saying that both sides believed that in some sense we are justified by the righteousness of Christ. But the critical question became, in what sense are we justified by the righteousness of Christ? Or in what way or manner does the righteousness of Christ avail for our justification? To understand this difference, let's look briefly, first of all, at the Roman Catholic view.